G'day and welcome back to Smithy's Workshop. Today I'm going to be moving this hole about this far in this direction and this hole about this far in this direction. Now to do that I'm going to need a few things. I'm going to need my trusty Sharpie, center punch, electric drill, some drill bits and a measuring device. Now I want to move both the holes across the same distance and end up having the same size hole roughly, so I have the adjustability that these holes have had. So to start off with, what I'm going to do is grab my trusty vernier calipers, measure from roughly the centre of the hole to where I want to go, and that measurement's kind of relevant just as long as it's the same, so 30 millimeters, and then I'll mark it out on this one exactly the same as the previous one. Great, and now I know we're coming across the same amount of distance, but now I want to make sure that I'm getting sort of the midpoint correct, and then I can mark that with my center punch. So to do that, go from the edge to the center, about that far, and then I'll mark across the same point here as well. And that's the X where I'll do my center punch. I'll do the same over here. Great, now we've got our points where we're going to center punch. Now I personally rely on the Sunhag Super Alloy number 185 Auto Punch. That's my bread and breakfast. If you can't read Japanese like me, sometimes it's not the best choice. However, I find it does a really good job, and it was a bargain basement price where I live. Obviously, you've got different ones. You've got the 180. I went to the market, the 185, and you can go the 190 if you want to go all in. But I've gone the 185. To use the tool, it's as simple as lining it up perpendicular to the surface that you're wanting to punch. Set it at the point where you want to put the punch in. And just like that, you've made a nice good center punch. We'll do the same on the other one. Now you can see, got a really good center punch on that one, and a really good center punch. And what that's going to do is draw the drill bit where I want it, and it's going to make it easier to drill straight. So the next thing you've got to ask yourself is what size drill bit are you going to be using on these? These holes are 10 millimeters across, so I'm not going to be using something bigger than 10 mil. So what I'll probably start off with is something fairly conservative for this, like this depth material or thickness material. So I'm going to use a 4 millimeter drill to start off with, and just to get my pilot in, and then I'll step it up from there progressively. And there we go. 2 holes in big end ready to go. Thanks for watching. That's how you drill holes.